Among the historic events making the headlines in August 1966 was the staging in Jamaica of the last British Empire Games, a more grandly named forerunner of the modern-day Commonwealth Games. Meanwhile, the race was on to land a man on the moon, and in 1966, both the USSR and the USA succeeded in placing spacecraft in lunar orbit. On August 23rd, NASA's orbiter sent back the first view of Earth from deep space mankind had ever seen. Just weeks before this, a historic event had taken place here in Fiji, and in a way, Fijians too were reaching for the moon. A new institution had been formed, with firm plans to provide the country's workers with something many thought they'd never live to see: a continuing income upon retirement. Its name was FNPF, the Fiji National Provident Fund. From £10,000 startup capital in 1966, FNPF has grown to become Fiji's largest financial institution, with assets valued at $5 billion. Its initial objective of preserving workers' retirement savings had been progressively expanded to include the option of ongoing pensions, early withdrawals for housing, medical and educational assistance, and financial relief in times of personal crisis and natural disaster.
Cyclone Winston was an extraordinary event for us. We haven't come across something like that in the past, and we definitely have learnings that we can take to the future. Overall, given the challenges that we were faced with and the resources that we had built together a team that worked tirelessly over that 6 months to deliver what the members expected of us. So it's a great achievement from that perspective, and I must thank the team and also the members and their families, the staffs and their families, for putting up with us during that difficult time.
FNPF really assisted me in my education during my working careers, actually for my diploma for office administration, and so as for my children as well. And most importantly, it gives me and my family a house.
We have almost 450 average staff that we have, and FNPF has been helpful on a number of occasions that to all the staffs, funeral assistance, education assistance, medical assistance, or any form of advice, or just partial withdrawal. They have been very helpful on all the counts.
It really helps in my kids' education. I got a daughter, she went to USP, and now she's got a job. And there's some more coming up, like they'll be using education scheme through FNPF.
FNPF is mandated by law to collect contributions from its members and their employers, and to grow these contributions for members through investment. Its portfolio includes government bonds, fixed income securities, mortgages, properties and equity, both local and offshore.
During my term as chairman, the investments of the Provident Fund were mainly in government and quasi-government securities. So government bonds and bonds issued by the Fiji National Provident Fund, by the Housing Authority and other government entities guaranteed by government. There was very little investment overseas at the time.
FNPF is one of Fiji's largest property owners, with assets that include prominent Suva landmarks such as Downtown Boulevard, Harbourfront, Harbour Terminal, FNPF Place, and the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority headquarters. A major player in the Fiji tourism industry, FNPF fully owns the top-end Intercontinental Fiji Golf Resort and Spa at Natandola, Holiday Inn Suva, and the Marriott at Momi Hotel Development, as well as having a shareholding of 25% in the majestic Grand Pacific Hotel. FNPF investment of a less visible sort also generates impressive returns. Notably, through its interest in the telecommunications industry, the fund owns 58% of Amalgamated Telecom Holdings, which in turn fully owns Vodafone Fiji Limited. The fund also has a 75% stake in Fiji's only local-owned bank, the HFC Bank. The combined return on all investments made by FNPF on behalf of its members has a significant and very positive impact on members' savings, supplementing contributions made by both them and their employers. Currently, a sum equal to 18% of a member's pre-tax income is deducted for FNPF. 10% is given by the employer and 8% is the member's contribution. Members have the option of making additional contributions to grow their retirement savings.
Well, at that time I knew my funds were pretty low because we had low income wages during my time of employment. So I decided to build up my funds for retirement.
The fund also has a voluntary membership in place that enables students, the self-employed, and individuals in the informal sector to save for their retirement. These members are accorded the same entitlements as compulsory members. Over the years, leadership from the FNPF board has provided invaluable guidance and allowed staff to work and achieve as a team. This leadership has guided FNPF through critical reforms to ensure that the fund remains sustainable. These have seen the introduction of a fair and equitable pension scheme and other key initiatives that will continue to benefit FNPF members.
The key purpose of those reforms is to place the fund on its sustainable footing moving into the future. That includes the changes to the pension scheme, the changes to the scheme design that we have, the governance structure, including the change to the withdrawal grounds. But I think underlying these core changes is the preservation of 70% of members' contributions for their retirement.
Over the past 5 years, FNPF has gone from strength to strength, weathering every storm and progressively introducing new services to further boost the financial and emotional security of the Fiji workforce and of those dependent upon these breadwinners. From small beginnings as the simple retirement savings scheme of 1966, the fund has grown to become Fiji's largest financial institution, with a mandate to collect and responsibly invest contributions from employees and their employers. Today, it is an indispensable contributor both to the national economy and the day-to-day life of the people of Fiji. Both management and staff remain as committed as ever to the support of all members through good times and bad. Even as we celebrate 50 years of remarkable success and achievement, the next 50 years has already begun, and the story continues. FNPF, securing your future.